Let's see, I have some, anyway, my name's Megan, and I work for SiteProjects, and I guess I want to talk a little bit about working for nonprofits, because I'm going to guess that of the 65 people out there, there are a few of you who probably do work for nonprofits. And I just wanted to say, God bless you. You deserve a medal or like an ice cream cone, a ribbon with stuff written on it in gold letters, a free t-shirt. I mean, I don't know, something. The nonprofit employees I've met during my time in New Haven have been some of the hardest working people I have ever known. And maybe some of the most underappreciated people as well. Teachers are definitely up there too, but, I think we can all agree that working for a nonprofit organization can be really tough. And I'm going to tell a little bit of a story to illustrate my point, but it's definitely one of those fine line between comedy and tragedy type situations. Before I worked for SiteProjects, I definitely was a bit of a gypsy looking for various jobs. And I had a short run working for the Muscular Dystrophy Association. And my job was to make cold calls asking for donations. And since I was a theater person, they were like, oh, great, we'd love to have you on our team, blah, 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 blah. Can you read a script? And, can you convince people to donate money? And I said, oh, it shouldn't be a problem. And, of course, blindly asking people for money was one of the hardest and scariest things I've ever done. And my first day, I called a law office, and I was like, hi, my name is Megan. I'm calling for the Muscular Dystrophy Association. And this guy just starts yelling at me, and he's like, how did you get this number? You commie idiots never give up, do you? All you liberals want is money, 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 and the answer is no. I won't give you stupid people a dime. And I'm like, sir, this is to help children with muscular dystrophy. And he's like, I don't care what it's for. Take me off your list and go get a real job, young lady. And he hung up the phone, and I sat there and I thought, wow, that guy was just terrible. That guy was just terrible. And then I sat there and thought, wow, that guy kind of reminds me of my dad. Not that my dad's a bad person, but what I'm trying to say is that, on my 14th birthday, my dad gave me a copy of Atlas Shrugged and told me it was going to be, the greatest thing that ever happened to me. And now I work for a nonprofit, so I don't know how he feels about my life, but anyway. I was talking about, so I'm kind of starting to learn that the world's crap. And there are a lot of jerks out there, and sometimes people don't appreciate the work that we all do. And I'm hoping it all evens out in the afterlife, like maybe St. Peter will give me a Rolls Royce or something, and he'll give that guy a tricycle and say, yeah, karma bites, don't it, you fascist? Maybe that's a little harsh. I don't think St. Peter would say that. But, so what I've learned is that sometimes people don't appreciate the work you do, but that certainly doesn't mean that you're not doing great work. And that might seem really obvious to all of you out there, but it's kind of been a revelation for me. It's like one of those, if a tree falls in a forest type deals, like if I do a good job, but no one's around to see it, have I really done a good job? So it'd be really cool if the world gave us all, free pizza or like a new set of brake pads or dental coverage, but chances are that that's not going to happen. But, at least we're doing something meaningful with our lives, right? Like we can go home and feel a little bit good about ourselves. I mean, I'm probably saying all this because it's what I want to hear. Like when I go to bed at night, it's what I tell myself, like, it's all going to be good. It's fine. Karma's real. But anyway, I'm going to talk about SiteProjects now. I wrote a little bit of stuff about SiteProjects, and, I could lose my job tonight, you guys. All right, so SiteProjects is kind of like how I ended up on the radio tonight. About a week ago, I got carbon copied on a string of emails from Laura confirming with Paul Bass that I'd be on the show tonight doing a comedy routine, and I knew nothing about this. I remember I read the emails and I laughed because I'm like, there's no way Laura signed me up for this. Like, there's no way that this just happened. And then it set in and I was like, oh, wait. Yeah, Laura would totally do something like this. This is definitely happening. This is not a drill. And then I panicked, and, I did what any normal person would do. I got into bed, and I wrapped the covers around myself real tight, and I lay real still, and I pretended I was a hot dog. It's not a joke. I sat there and I told myself, I don't have to worry about this right now, because right now I'm a hot dog, and hot dogs don't tell jokes on the radio. And I'm like, I'm totally serious. You should try it. Whenever you're overwhelmed, just get into bed, wrap the covers around you real tight, and you're a hot dog. And you can say, I am a hot dog, and hot dogs don't pay their car insurance because hot dogs don't drive. And granted, when you crawl out of bed and stop pretending to be a hot dog, you'll probably have to pay your car insurance. You know, just like when I got out of bed, I had to figure out a way to survive this radio show. So site projects can be a little unpredictable, I'd say. I guess that's one way to put it. So Laura's our executive director, and she's our big picture lady. She's the one that comes up with those ideas at Art Basel and brings them back. And she's the lady who waltzes into our staff meetings an hour and a half late with her dog and a big grin on her face and tells us she's just gotten off the phone with someone important like Andy Wolfe or Michael Morand or Sir Roger Penrose, and she's decided that New Haven needs like a 9-foot statue of Frank Lloyd Wright on the top of City Hall. And there's like the perfect grant just for this project due in 5 hours, so we just have to get started right now. And meanwhile, the staff's already planning like a 3-day lecture series coming up, and we're working on a 20-page grant application for something that's due like next week. And, oh, and by the way, our staff is only about 4 people, like really 4 people, and we all have at least 3 additional part-time jobs to pay our bills. So our staff is so small that we don't even really have job titles at this point because we just do everything. We all do everything. Even if we have no idea how to do something, we Google it and we get creative, or we just fake it. And, you know, sometimes our small staff gets a little lonely. I mean, there are 4 or 5 of us, and, you know, it depends on the week. Sometimes we lose people. We've gone through a lot of stuff. But, you know, we've recently started putting on mustaches and hats and pretending to be other people in the office. It's, you know, it's fun for about a month or so, and then, you know, the magic kind of starts to die. So, you know, we keep bringing it up every now and again. But, no, but seriously, it can definitely be a bummer not having enough money to hire the help you need. Like, you know, man, it'd be great if we could hire an electrician to fix the lights in here. Meanwhile, we're all working by candlelight, only we don't have regular candles, so we're using old birthday candles and our cell phones, and our bookkeeper starts a bonfire burning all our rejected grant proposals, and the stacks of promotional materials left over from events that happened 13 years ago that Laura demands we save for some unknown reason. We have boxes upon boxes upon boxes of bookmarks and postcards from art we commissioned 10 years ago. Why? I'm pretty sure it constitutes hoarding, Laura. So you can see why SiteProjects is one of America's top 10 places to work. And no, really, it's not a bad place to work. I've enjoyed myself the last 2 years, and it's always interesting. And sometimes it's stressful when we're rushing to meet our deadlines, but of course, if the stress gets really bad, we all just lie on the floor and pretend to be hot dogs.
Oh, so good.